What was your take on Sri Lanka as a foreign visitor?
I'm doing fabulous. It really truly is an honor to be here, to come and share, learn and inspire. So it's been really a great 2 days thus far, being here with the kids, the coaches, and having a chance to really share our journey and teach them. And they were very receptive.
How was your childhood and early years in Senegal? How did your remarkable journey begin?
Seems like yesterday, but it's been a little while. But as I was stating earlier in the day, I fell into basketball. I started very late at the age of 13. And early on, I realized what really this game could do for me in terms of giving me the balance, giving me the positive surrounding, and eventually the opportunities to get educated and be around amazing athletes, which came down the road. So growing up in Senegal and playing with very limited infrastructure, but really deciding early on that this is something I want to do, falling in love with the game, got me to this point to being here in Sri Lanka today. Because as we exchanged with the coaches yesterday, as these kids coming from rural areas where there is not a whole lot of opportunities for kids, for sports. I grew up in the same kind of environment, but found a way as use the resources that were locally there and the passion of people that were able to teach and share their knowledge. So it's truly an opportunity to be here to see that we are all the same and we all want the same thing. We want to have a happy, healthy youth, be educated and chase their dream as far as they can. And that's the same spirit I found here in Sri Lanka, meeting these kids and these coaches.
Why did you choose basketball?
I think anything that's worth chasing takes a lot of work, and basketball is one of them. When you watch it from the top, it looks easy, but when you get on the court, you know that it takes hours and hours to make it, to perfect your craft. And not to say perfect, but to excel at your craft. Because we push to the kids the idea that we're not looking for perfection, and that's not the expectation, that we just want them to be excellent and be the best version of themselves. So basketball, because it's challenging, and I like challenges, that's why I got to the highest level of basketball, let it be the WNBA or the Olympics or the World Cup. But just the challenges and all the values, lesson that comes throughout the sports, the friendships you build, the places it takes you. I would have never thought I would be in Sri Lanka one day, which is really a blessing. But also just the opportunity it gives to be able to meet all type of people from all levels, all type of backgrounds, all type of culture, ethnic group, and how we bring them together. To me, that's paramount, that's everything.
You are admired for your stamina, talent and basketball IQ. How do you balance aspirations in basketball with education and life?
Balance, that's the key word there. I think it's everything, because we keep focusing with the kids that at some point the ball stops bouncing, but the values that the sports teaches them and the coaches, how to work as a team, how to stay healthy while you're playing the sports, how you learn to accept to be led and sometimes to be leader. There's just all these aspects that come in at a holistic level, and hearing also about the concept of some of the partners in this event, as in Foundation of Good, all the amazing things they do with education, sports and training, to me is just fabulous. And the ecosystem is here. It's just about keep growing it so that more kids have access to it. Because ultimately, it's not just about sports. It's about youth of Sri Lanka being able to grow happy, confident, healthy and educated. And from there, you can have a country that thrives, because everything is based on our youth.
How do you handle the pressure on the court, especially as a national team player? What strategies helped you manage responsibility and stress?
I mean, with so many hours of training and preparing for moments, because basketball are moments, so you repeat things so much, and if you're an ultimate competitor, when the moment comes, you recognize them and you act accordingly. It takes a lot of preparation, both physical and mental. Then when those moments come, if you're a true competitor, you face them and you enjoy them, because it doesn't happen all the time. So handling that pressure is great in two aspects, because while you're doing it, you are competing, but you are tired and your brain and your body is like able to function at the highest level. But now that we stopped playing basketball, we are professionals. I work for an NGO where I'm the lead. I lead over 80 people, and when things happen that are positive and negative, you know how to bring your team together, you know how to hold your cool, you know how to give instruction, you know how to work as a team, you know when to lead and when to follow. So all that basketball brings it. So
What makes the WNBA special for women, and how does it impact Sri Lanka and women's basketball globally?
I think I'm just going to touch the key word of growing the game, because Sri Lanka, Senegal, US, it's all different level of basketball. But that central thing is our humanity. We all want the same thing. We want to succeed, and we want to be able to, at the same time, the NBA, for instance, the WNBA, grow the game so more people have access to it, are able to see role models that could inspire them. And I think that's what the US Department of State and the US Embassy in Sri Lanka is trying to do, to give exposure to some of these children so they know it's possible, because each one of us have a story. If they are able to get inspired and you don't know when that moment is, anything can happen. And I'm just grateful that all of them are in school, because at the end of the day, education is the key. So finding that balance for them, I think just the continued mentorship, and also being able to see the game, seeing people that are doing what they are doing is important. So I think that aspect in terms of NBA, WNBA can come together that way.
Could you share one of your most exciting experiences in basketball?
One of them was, I'm going to start with the tough one. Being injured, having a knee injury, and just sitting and thinking more and putting things in perspective, knowing that at some point the game will end, and inspiring me to create my foundation, who is to empower other children that will come after me. To me, that was a big accomplishment, and it's still going on with my foundation that empower young women. But the other one was winning the WNBA championship with Detroit the same year I had my children. I have triplets. So that was an amazing moment for me that will remain in my memories for life.